The dead guys looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies. Pirates with a manifesto. Psychos with a dream. That sort of bullshit. The room belonged to Passos, my partner in crime. Or maybe someone else's. This was where Marcelo was supposed to be sleeping. He'd barely come down to this deck. I had a way of making any space my own. Booze, coke, pills. You could get whatever party favor you wanted on this vessel. The radio. Maybe I could send out an SOS.
Disparos en la corriente inferior. Vete a ver qué pasa. Asegúrate de que los burros no derrochen municiones con los tripulantes. Todos los demás siguen buscando.
It certainly wasn't the first time I'd woken up with a hangover, long after a party had turned sour. The need to get out of the boat's hull and onto the upper deck as soon as possible was countered by the probability of running into another hijacker. I had to move carefully.
¡Está ahí!
Sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. There. I could breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
¡Apoyo! ¡Listo, parce! ¡Ya puedes adelantar!
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out and I wouldn't have noticed. Daphne's ship was always stocked.
¡Te mato!
It was a different scene than the one I'd stumbled away from. Where was everyone? I still didn't know what the hell happened. I didn't like to think what was behind the door. The guys up ahead weren't dealing with passengers like the rest of them. Maybe I should have realized then that this was no ordinary kidnap job. Something on the boat had attracted the sharks.
¡Puta, aquí no hay nada!
The boat was well appointed.
¡Miguel! ¡Vení para acá!
There was something firing these guys other than good old-fashioned socialist zeal. What were they looking for? It didn't make sense. Why would they leave the jewels and rip open the walls? It didn't occur to me just what the other cargo on board could be.
¡Camaradas! ¡Todos adelante!
¡Oye, cúbreme! ¡Pegaron, coño, me pegaron!
¡Miguel! ¡Te vas a morir, hijo de pu-!
I was on a ghost ship in a ghost canal. The whole thing creeped me the hell out. I had to save some valuables. They didn't help with my sea legs, but they sure as shit felt good.
¡Puta! ¡Me dijo que estoy herido, marica! ¡Estoy herido! ¡Mira el gringo!
Maybe there was something on the bridge. I checked every other inch of the boat. I spotted Passos and Marcelo. If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and a worse hangover, I might not have wanted to get over to them so bad.
Hey, Passos!
At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't thought too much about anything. Now I remember it, it didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about, what's her name? Daphne.
Do whatever you think is best.
I think it's best we try to go find her.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
See? I didn't think Passos was a bad guy. He didn't need to try to save this woman or the crew.
Through here.
Didn't realize you knew your way around here. They were using that building to get across the canal.
¡Muévanse, muévanse! ¡Está ahí! ¡Ándale! ¿Dónde? ¡Mierda!